Hello, welcome to SteveKnows. It's the weekend, it's time for the weekly news update, and I have some fantastic VR news today, but also to balance it out, I've kind of got some painful news as well that I'm really gutted to share. But we do have some things to get excited for, and there is a lot to go over, so I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. Starting with some pretty amazing big news and then moving on to the sad stuff that we all saw coming. So the Meta Quest gets an update that allows you to connect flat screen devices to your headset and enjoy them in mixed reality. So you can play a Nintendo Switch on your Quest, your phone, your iPad, your PlayStation 5, and you can play it on a big screen whilst multitasking. This is achieved using a UVC-based capture card, which stands for USB Video Class, and this enables HDMI audio and video capture through a USB-C connection that you can connect to your Quest headset. It also requires the newly released Meta Quest HDMI Link application. So my capture card is in the mail at this point, so to showcase this, I am going to be using reference data from Upload as well as the Buzz Tank. It's important that you have low latency connection for this, otherwise it's going to affect your play, so be wary when you're picking up some random cheap card online, as it may not provide you with the latency that is required. You should aim for USB 3.0 connectivity for the best performance. This feature is also supported on Quest 2, Quest 3 and the Pro, and of course we can then assume the Quest 3S. And also, if you haven't used these cards before, some connections will have a HDCP signal running through it. So you either need to turn that off like you can on PlayStation, but if you're streaming media, it's most likely going to have that signal, so you're going to need to use a HDMI splitter to remove it. But if you're just looking to play games through a primary source, then it's not going to be a problem. The app supports 1080p 60 frames a second output, so don't stress too much about purchasing a 4K 60 FPS Elgato Special for the purposes of this only, because it will also be expensive. But I did get to hear from Meta directly about the kind of cards that they were testing this process with, and they responded with some pretty cheap options that are available. So this one's around £20 and $20. There's also a Nintendo Switch card, the Hagibis, that I will link down below in the description. So hopefully these should work, because these are the devices that Meta were using themselves to test this app. Okay, that was the good news. Now the bad news. But then I will get onto some more good news. It's not all bad, it's just this story. So Meta have finally confirmed, even after commenting on people's YouTube posts about GTA, like, we're working on it, don't worry, we're working on it. Well, now it's official, the game is on hold indefinitely, which is a way of saying the game likely is not coming, and we don't know if it's ever going to be picked up again. But the quote was, GTA San Andreas is on hold indefinitely while we focus on other projects. What? Why would you focus on other things? It's GTA! We look forward to working with our friends Rockstar in the future. The cloth has been pulled from underneath us, as many of you I know would have got into VR, got a Quest in hope of this experience, so it is a sad day. Even with the incredible game announcements, it's super sad and heartbreaking that we're not going to get San Andreas. We did expect this after they went 0 Dark 30 on us over this title, but now we've heard it from the horse's mouth, and I'm going to miss you, Carl Johnson. Or do you prefer CJ? Next, Hitman finally got a gameplay trailer. The trailer before gave us one little door opening with its updated visuals that honestly did not look great. I was really worried for this game, but I kind of didn't care. I was happy that I was getting Hitman 3, how it should have been ported previously when it came to PC from PlayStation VR. So the game does get a visual update from the PC version, so the Quest can actually handle it. It gets updated mechanics as well, so you can use both arms and dual wield, and a new inventory and menu system. The visuals revealed here are way better than I thought they were going to be based on the initial trailer. It has this Xbox 360 HD look to it. And is that a guy slipping on a banana in the video? Beautiful stuff. And I kind of love the juxtaposition of the upbeat emotional music whilst you're hitting Granny over the head and assassinating people. And after watching the trailer, I am so much more excited for this game than I was initially. I would call that a success. And they ended the trailer on a scene that on my previous playthrough really hit me hard in VR, where you have a wire and you choke somebody out. It's so visceral. Oh! Oh! That is horrific. So stay tuned for Hitman 3, because this game is coming out very, I can't say, but very soon. Next, I just finished watching the first movie about 10 minutes ago. Alien Rogue Incursion gets a new gameplay trailer, 2 of them actually, and a release date. So this is coming out sadly before I reveal this. When would you expect Alien to drop? Romulus has just come out in the cinema a couple of days ago. Should we align the releases of this so we can ride the hype train? No! Don't do that! December 19th, that's a good date. I suspect technical issues are at play and that the date is as far out as it could be to make sure that the game is released and working properly. But I am just guessing, but that date hurts. That really hurts. You do, however, get an alien Romulus weapon and armor skin with a pre-order, so that is something. In the new gameplay footage, it's already invoking me with fear. Hearing the footsteps charge at you from the xenomorphs is terrifying, because they did something rather interesting in this pre-order trailer. Is there was no music, it was just raw sounds, no hype, just the pure gameplay, and I'm here for it. It was terrifying. I think that was a really smart move by them to really set the scene on what this game is going to feel like and be like and the emotion it will invoke. Behemoth also gets a release date, maybe one of the most anticipated games of the year, especially from Skydance Interactive due to their track record and a rather jaw-dropping gameplay tease. They're aiming for the 14th of November, and it's kind of nice to see all of these 3 games that I am really excited for to be released are in different months, so my time thanks you, and so does my bank account. So we got a pre-order trailer for this as well, and it showcased gameplay I feel we had already seen, just kind of scenes reorganized, which is a little sad, but don't fix what's not broken, I guess. However, there were little new pieces of content interweaved in between them, such as climbing up upon the monsters like in Shadow of the Colossus. I can already feel my body getting tense and creasing and vibrating. That sounds a bit wrong. You're looking at a cost here of £30.99, which is around $40, which I think is kind of fair. This game looks huge. I'll take that. There is also Arizona Sunshine getting a HD upgrade. It's been fully remade from the ground up using the Arizona Sunshine 2 engine, which is a beautiful thing if you like zombie violence. Heads explode, limbs come off, the movement feels so much smoother, interactions are polished, and I may or may not have experienced this title, but stay tuned on the channel for more information just in case. It includes a graphical overhaul as well, which on PC is jaw-dropping. We still haven't seen what the Quest is going to look like, but if you're playing on PC, get ready for something stunning. And in VR, we know that getting visual upgrades can change how the experience feels. It's more immersive, so I'm curious to see how the community, you guys, are going to respond to this absolute classic, finally getting the love it deserves. Oh, and before I forget, Asgard's Wrath and Contractor Showdown are free to play this weekend. That is insane. 2 of the best games on the platform and relatively new titles you can enjoy for free this weekend without having to pay a single penny. So check that out, but watch the video first. Finish this, then check it out. Next, I want to talk about an accessory because I know there is love for a great strap for the Quest, the Bobo VR head strap, as it has hot swappable batteries as well as a great top to support you on the top of your head. They have announced the new accessory, the D3, which is a much cheaper alternative, nearly half the price of the Quest 3's official charging dock. And right now in the UK, for the base pack of this, it's £54, but you do need to supply your own plug, which I found kind of random. But with that money saved, you can buy things like the S3 Pro head strap and hot swappable battery and be kitted out with pure comfort and easy charging for the same price as the Quest dock on its own. The controllers have rechargeable batteries, the station has magnetic sections as well, so all of the parts just kind of fall into place easily, and the headset gets a spot, the battery gets a spot, but be aware, only the B100 battery is supported, not the B2 if you've already got existing Bobo content, accessories. And finally, a VR win. I know it wasn't what everyone was expecting, but I think this is brilliant news. The Flat2VR studio has adapted Trombone Champ for VR on Quest, PSVR 2 and Steam, a studio and community dedicated to modding flat screen experiences into VR titles. They have been working to bring us official licensed ports to our headsets. And the reason this is fantastic is, as a community, we have come together, banded together, and grown and been led by passion into this space and have finally got official licensing agreements with studios to bring games into VR. And this is a chance to showcase what is possible, what can the studio achieve, which will be a stepping stone to larger AAA experiences. We should judge on how well these titles have been ported, not just the game that's been ported. And I must admit, Trombone looks stupidly fun for a good giggle, and does highlight a variety of mechanics to get this ball rolling. So I'm super happy for this studio, and I see it as a community win, maybe because we've been around since the beginning of this journey and have seen this community grow. But comment down below, what would you like them to do next? So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Some great news, some great updates, some beastie games, huge features, and obviously some rather sad news. But if you enjoyed it, please hit subscribe. It helps me out massively, and hopefully you won't miss out what's happening next time in this space. Have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day!